What's up, everybody? As we all know, the Green Bay Packers and the NFL as a whole just recently got their schedule released. I believe either Friday or Saturday. It was a few days ago either way. And now I want to go over this and give you guys how I'm feeling about each game and just a little quick analysis for each game and how I think the Packers are going to do this season. Compared to other teams, I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder to predict the Packers' season or schedule accurately just because we don't know how they're going to play without Davante Adams. I mean, obviously, I'm leaning towards a playoff team just because we have Aaron Rodgers, but we have missed the playoffs a few years prior to this, or a few years ago when he got injured. So, I mean, if Aaron goes down, this team could easily be a top 15 pick team in my opinion. We just don't have the readiness or the veteran prospects, people there with experience to get us those wins. And I think we're going to be relying on a lot of young players to come through for us this year. Now, the preseason doesn't really matter too much. Just a few cool matchups. I'm excited to see how we do against the 49ers. I'm sure we'll get to see some Trey Lance in that game. And Jordan Love, obviously, hopefully plays. Christian Watson, that'd be a big moment for him. Hopefully he gets on the field in that first preseason game and he can show some signs of life because I'm really excited for how he's going to play. Second preseason game, we had the Saints. Nothing too crazy there. Maybe they play Ian Book or a few of their rookies that they drafted, but just the same. And then finally we played the Chiefs. Obviously, that's the final preseason game, so we might see just a little bit of the veteran players or starters in that one, but I wouldn't expect to see too much of Aaron or Patrick Mahomes. Maybe just a few drives here and there in that game. But now we get into the regular season, and I'm excited for this year. Think we can, like I said, I think we can be a wild card team, maybe make a little bit of a run. Don't know if we're going to be to the Super Bowl this year, but hey, crazier things have happened. A lot of times you don't expect it, but it happens in sports. And I mean, a lot of stuff can go the right way if you just get lucky. Usually that doesn't happen for the Packers, but you never know. Maybe our luck turns around this year. But first game of the season, we've got the Minnesota Vikings. Now, this one's an interesting matchup. We do play a little looser against the Vikings multiple times when we play, considering we play them multiple times a year. And I think coming out of the season, they're just a little bit more ready than us. They've got Zadarius Smith from the Packers. They know our schemes a little bit better. I'm probably going to say we come out here, we probably lose this first game of the year. It's in Minnesota, so they've got home field advantage. It's a 3:25 Central Time game. I'm going to give the Vikings this first game, and that would put us at about 0-1 to start the year. I think Kirk Cousins comes out and he shows the Vikings fans why he's a good quarterback and why they stuck with him. I'm not saying they're going to have a tremendous year, but I think just this Week 1 matchup, they'll get it from us. Week 2, in Lambeau, we take on the Chicago Bears. I'm so glad we get a Sunday night football game. It looks like, 7:20 p.m. Central Time, so that'd be a little later Eastern Time. So, 9:18 Sunday night at 7:20 p.m. Central Time in Lambeau. We are going to be taking on the Chicago Bears. I'm assuming Justin Fields gets the start, so we're going to get to see Aaron against Justin. We saw it a few times last year, but they did have Andy starting in that first matchup, the first time we took them on last year. But I'll go ahead and give us this win. We usually play our best games of the year, whether we're good or bad, against the Bears. And the last few years, Aaron's had his way with that Bears defense, even with Khalil Mack on the field. It's a little weird how they've had such a good defense a few years, but Aaron just seems to know what they're going to be sending at him every play. I think it'll be an exciting game. I hope it's a close down to the wire game, but I'm going to give the Packers the win on that one. Set us up at a 1-1 record. Week 3, we go out there to Tampa Bay and we take on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. A little worried about these first few games. It's going to be a tough matchup. The Buccaneers do return a lot of their players that they needed. They bring Leonard Fournette back. Obviously, Tom Brady comes out of retirement, so no young quarterback starting there. No Kyle Trask or anything with no experience starting for them. But I'm kind of feeling like maybe, as I get something in my eye, I'm thinking maybe we lose this game. I just don't know if we can overcome that drastic defense or that amazing defense they have in Tampa Bay, and it's a home field advantage for them. So I'll give an unbiased opinion. I'll give the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the win there and let them go 1-2 through the first 3 games. Then I think we kind of start to pick it up as our schedule just gets a little bit easier, and by easier I don't mean bad teams. The Patriots are our Week 4 matchup in Lambeau. Obviously, they're a good team as long as they're coached by Bill Belichick. Mac Jones showed a lot of promise last year, but I think they're just not ready yet to be there or be that team in the AFC. So I think we take a win here against the Patriots. We've got the more experienced team, which is crazy to say considering how young we've got, or how many young players we've got, or how much younger we've got compared to last year with how our receiving core, our cornerback core, all of that. But I think we take this win in week 4, and we kind of get back to 500 at 2-2. And this is where I think we kind of kick it into overdrive across the next few weeks. We've got the Giants. This one's actually in London, so it's going to be very early in the morning. I'm excited for it, though. I don't remember the last time the Packers have played overseas, or I know they have a few games in Mexico. I don't know if the Packers ever have, and that's going to be a good thing for people or fans of the NFL in London. I mean, the Packers are one of the most historic franchises in the league, up there with the Cowboys and all them, so I think this is going to be an excellent opportunity for London fans, and I hope you guys, if you live over there, you get the opportunity to get tickets to that game and go see the Packers play. Whether it's a good game or not, you get to see the great Aaron Rodgers take the field as long as he's not injured. But anyways, back to the actual game. The New York Giants are one of those weird teams. You don't really know what they're going to be doing. I mean, if Daniel Jones plays well, me and my friend, he's a Giants fan, we're talking about this. If Daniel Jones plays well, there's no reason the Giants shouldn't be a playoff team. If Saquon Barkley can get back to that rookie season Saquon, they're a great team, along with Jones playing well, but you just don't know exactly what you're going to get from this Giants team. So that's why I'm going to lean towards the Packers, not just because I'm a fan, but because I feel like even with the young players coming in, the Packers are just a little bit more reliable than the Giants. So I'm going to give us a 3-2 record through the first 5 weeks. Week 6, another New York team, but this time in Green Bay. We're taking on the Jets. I think we dominated this game. This is one of those games that I think we come out and just all areas of the game we dominate. Zach Wilson, I'm not too big on him. I hope he can bounce back for his sake because New York can be brutal. We've seen it on guys like Mark Sanchez, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith. The Jets franchise can be brutal on a quarterback, and I do hope for his sake he can bounce back, but I don't think he's going to be anything great in the NFL. I hope he proves me wrong. I never root for a guy to fail, but I hope he proves me wrong. But I think we take this win. Elijah Moore, I'm a big fan of him. Don't think he's enough firepower for the Jets to overcome the Packers' defense and offense, which I haven't talked about the defense too much. Our defense looks like it's going to be much, much improved over last year, so I'm excited for that. That'll put us at 4-2 going into this Week 7 matchup against the Washington Commanders. Still can't stand that name, but what are you going to do about it? Carson Wentz, how does he play for the Commanders? That's really what's going to make or break their season. If he plays great, they've got the pieces around him. Antonio Gibson, they've got a good defense. They've got Terry McLaurin out there for the receiving core. I think the Commanders could be a playoff team if Carson Wentz can get back to his MVP form, but that's a big if for Carson Wentz, as we've seen. This one's at FedEx Field, but I still think the Packers are just going to have a slight advantage over the Commanders, and I say we take this game, giving us a 5-2 record at Week 7. Week 8, though, we do take the Buffalo Bills on in Buffalo, Highmark Stadium there against Josh Allen and company. Don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one out. It would be a nice win on the road. I'm leaning towards giving us a 5-3 record after 8 weeks. I think the defense in Buffalo is going to be too good for our offense to overcome. You guys know we struggle against some of the better teams in the league when we play them. I'd love to win this game, but trying to be as unbiased as possible, I'm going to give this one to Josh Allen. I think he takes it, and he gets a win there for the Bills, giving us a 5-3 record, which, considering losing your best receiver and arguably the best receiver in the NFL, is a good start to the season. Week 9, we take on the Lions, actually for the first time this year, in Ford Field. I think we win this game. I'm a big fan of Jared Goff. I think he can do good things in Detroit. A lot of people hate him for whatever reason, but with the great draft they had, they're going to be good in the future, in my opinion. They might finally make those playoffs that they've been looking for so long. Don't think they're going to be good this year, but, you kind of want to see what they can do, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. We usually play our better game against the Lions the first time around. They'll challenge us in that second game, but I think the Lions are going to take an L in this one. We're going to be up, 6-3 now in Week 9 as we go back to Lambeau Field after what? Was that 3 away games in a row. We got the Commanders, the Bills, and the Lions at 6 and 9. And then we come back to Green Bay to take on the Dallas Cowboys and what I hope to be another classic in this matchup. We've had so many great games between the Cowboys and Packers. I think we're going to take this one. I love Aaron Rodgers when he's against the Cowboys. He always seems to come through no matter what the odds are. And I pray we beat him because I can't stand the Cowboys. But I'm going to be biased on this one and give us the win. The Cowboys do have a prolific offense. Defense is a little questionable. Trayvon Diggs is there with Micah Parsons trying to solidify their defense, which has struggled across the last few years. But I think the Packers take this one in a tight matchup, probably putting us at about, 7-3 there through 10 weeks as we take on the Tennessee Titans here in Week 11. Derrick Henry, if he's healthy, this matchup might not even be close, just considering what our run defense has been against Derrick Henry the few times we've met him. I think the Titans probably take this one. Ryan Tannehill might be starting. We don't know. Malik Willis could take over. It's not his job to mentor him. That's what he said. No, but I don't know who's going to be starting at quarterback for them. I presume Ryan Tannehill, just considering he's getting paid that much money. But I think Derrick Henry comes out. He has a good game. He's too much for us to handle on the defensive side of the ball. So I'll probably lean towards giving us a 7-4 record after that Week 11 matchup, where we will go, once again, after 2 home games this time, we will go to an away streak right here against the Philadelphia Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, I believe they brought in A.J. Brown, so they might have a nice team this year. A lot of these late season predictions, you just don't really know what's going to happen because a lot of this could just be blatantly wrong just because, we don't know how these teams are going to perform. But I want to give us the win on this one. That would make us, 7 or 8-4 after Week 12. I think the Eagles are not there yet. I don't know. I just don't have faith in Jalen Hurts to be a franchise guy. If you're an Eagles fan, I'd love for you guys to comment down below and let me know how you feel about Jalen Hurts. I just don't know if I've been too impressed with him. Maybe I'm just looking back on his past as a quarterback at Alabama and earlier in his career just a little too much. I hope he can prove me wrong, just like Zach Wilson. I hope Jalen Hurts can turn into a franchise quarterback for you guys over there in Philadelphia. But I'm going to lean towards 8-4 here. Going into another matchup against the Bears, 9-4. We ain't worried about that in Chicago. We taking them down. Then we have the bye week here in Week 14, taking on the Rams. Packers historically bad off of bye weeks, so this one's basically easy loss for us. The Rams, defending Super Bowl champions, I imagine they're going to be just as good this year, if not better. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp's coming back. Rams are going to take this one, put us at 9-5 on the year. And now we're down to the final 3 games. Week 16 against the Dolphins really just depends on how Tua's playing. What quarterback are they playing? They don't really have too many options besides Tua, but as we all know, Tua has a lot of hate going against him right now, but I think he can be good. Maybe like an 8-9 win team. I think we take this, even though it's in Miami. I think Tyreek Hill just doesn't have a good enough connection with Tua for them to be a solid or playoff contender. So I think the Packers take this game over Miami, putting us at 10-5 on the year. And let's see now. So 10-5, that puts us at 15 games. We've got 2 left. So let's see. We've got the Vikings and the Lions for the last 2 weeks. The Minnesota Vikings, Lambeau Field, Game 2. I think we win. I gave them that first week just because both teams are going to be coming in. I think they're a better team going into the season. With how many young players the Packers are going to be relying on, it's going to take a little bit, probably, in my opinion, for them to get used to each other, for Aaron to get on the same page with guys like Romeo Doubs or Christian Watson. So I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt in that Week 1 matchup, but I think by Week 16 with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, you're probably going to be on a better page than Kirk Cousins will be with his receivers. So I think it'll be a close matchup, but I'll give the Packers the edge in that Week 17 matchup. Put us at 11-5 on the year. And Week 18 against the Lions in Green Bay. It's a tough matchup because, as I said, we always play well against the Lions in that first matchup, but when the playoffs is on the line or the season's on the line, the Lions give us all kinds of trouble. If you guys remember that Hail Mary a few years ago against the Lions, I believe that was a winner-go-home scenario for the Packers, so we had to pull it off, and it was the final game of the year. I think probably the Lions come out here with a bad record. They have nothing to lose, and they probably come out here and play their best game of the season. I think they're going to take a win here, put us at 11-6 on the year, and that's where I'm sitting at on this season. I think it's going to be a solid year for us, but I don't really know just how good it's going to be. Maybe a wild card entry. I don't know where 11-6 gets you. Obviously, that could be best in the division considering if the other teams are doing poorly, but we don't exactly know 100% how this team's going to come out here. I could easily see us going as low as a 7-win team if the receiving core just doesn't pull or show out how they should. Hopefully Christian Watson and Allen Lazard can take those, Christian Watson's a rookie. He can't really take a leap, but hopefully he can take that leadership role early on. Christian or Allen Lazard, I know, can take that leap into superstardom, at least for this team. Not in a league-wide scale, but for the team being a wide receiver, the top receiver for the squad. Thank you guys for joining me on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis of the schedule. I'm by no means an expert on the topic, but I enjoyed talking about the Packers and the Bucs, and obviously my favorite team. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. How are you feeling about the season for your team going forward? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're a Packers fan, or if you're a Jaguars fan, I feel bad for you. But if you're a Jaguars fan, how you feeling? Any team in the league, I love talking with you guys. And I've got a few exciting announcements that I'm going to be making in a video hopefully over the next few days. So you guys be on the lookout for that. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Look forward to the Jayhawks video coming out soon with the new recruits. That'll probably be Thursday. I took today off just because I'm letting you guys have till tonight to go comment your recruits. So make sure you look forward to that and go comment your recruit if you have not yet. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.